Welcome to Decrypt, Asia's first blockchain and cryptocurrency podcast. I'm your host, Tushar. Each week, we take a deep dive into the Asian blockchain scene with investors, technologists, and industry insiders. Go to decrypt.asia to subscribe to our newsletter and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Telegram to join in the discussions. Hi, guys. I'm very excited for today's interview as we have our first female guest after 11 episodes in the podcast. Our guest for today's show is Val Yap, the founder and CEO of PolicyPal and the PolicyPal Network based out of Singapore. PolicyPal Network aims to leverage the blockchain technology to make insurance more accessible for consumers by creating a peer-to-peer insurance platform. It also aims to cater to the needs of the crypto ecosystem by providing insurance services to blockchain startups during their initial launch. Val is a graduate of the University of Arts, London and Imperial College London. After graduating, she worked in varying capacities in the financial services industry, including stints at Aberdeen Asset Management, PricewaterhouseCoopers and OCBC Bank. She was recently included in the Forbes 30 under 30 list for finance and venture capital. Welcome to the show, Val.
Hi, Tushar. Thanks so much for the warm introduction. Great honor to be here. I listened to a couple of your podcasts and it's been amazing to follow the journey.
I really appreciate that. Before we dig into what you're building, could you tell us more about your background and how PolicyPal came about?
Definitely. So my background, I grew up loving technology. So I did digital media for my undergrad, where I learned how to build websites, mobile apps, do videos. I was fascinated by all the web application. So I did it in London. I spent some time in the creative agency where I was a developer. I decided that, every time I go to work, I see the business guy come in and tell us that, the client want this and that. So I was really curious about the business side of the world. So I went on to do a master's in business management in Imperial College. So thereafter, I have always been in financial services from the names you mentioned, Allianz, PricewaterhouseCoopers, OCBC Bank, before starting the company. So I got the idea to start this company based out of my own personal experience dealing with insurance policy. It was a nightmare for my family. So I moved back to Singapore from London back in 2013. Mainly was because of my family. My mom was then diagnosed with cancer. Thankfully, she recovered. She went through 2 operations. We spent a couple of thousands, 6-digit worth Singapore dollars on medical fees and realized that the claims was not approved. The insurance companies say that because the insurance premiums was late once, so they rejected the claim. The whole back and forth communication was a nightmare. We decided to let the matter rest. Unfortunately, in the same year, my dad passed away due to heart attack. Then we have to deal with insurance policies again. At that point of time, we had no support from the insurance agent because the agent that sold the policy to my dad wasn't around anymore. So we went out to different insurance companies in Singapore to one by one check whether he had any policy there with a death certificate and also another certificate to prove that of our relationship. So through all these 2 experiences within a short time span of 6 months, I realized that how big the problem is because every individual out there will have insurance policies. There's no digital storage of all these documents and all these information where family members will need to have access to the support. So I started the company in 2016, mainly just to help individuals out there to consolidate, understand and manage their insurance policies, organize it properly, keep the family members involved. And then over time evolved to become the first company that entered Singapore regulatory fintech sandbox to test out the solution of providing insurance policies to consumers out there who have already managed their policies on PolicyPal. So it has been a journey from policy management to distribution, and then after gotten the insurance broker license post graduation out of the MES FinTech Sandbox, we're looking at how else we can help the consumers, because we, being the insurance broker, we work with both the insurance companies and the consumers. We see challenges on both sides. Both like the insurance companies, they face the challenge of fraud cases, the manual processes that they have been handling for a long time. That's why the insurance claims sometimes take a long time, or sometimes there's some discrepancy that, as for the consumers, the increasing premiums year after year. On top of that, the claims process is tedious, filling up paperwork, etc. So we launched PolicyPal Network, which is a blockchain platform where we work with insurance companies to optimize the whole claims process and policy inception.
Yeah, I read about your story in the white paper as well, and I'm so sorry to hear about that. But I'm sure it fuels you to create a product which is superior to what's existing in the market, and it kind of allows you to put yourself in the shoes of your customer in a better position, even though it was fueled from unfortunate circumstances. But I guess it allows you and it pushes you to build superior product, right?
Yeah, because I experienced it before, and I know from the user or customer standpoint how I felt, and then how I want the problem to be solved. And now being at the end where I'm able to work with the insurance companies to help to solve that problem is really meaningful. At the same time, I realized that this gives me the chance to share different insights to the insurance companies as compared to someone who has been coming from just the insurance company perspective of changing things. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your current business, which is PolicyPal. Is it mostly a insurance comparison and insurance distribution platform? Is my understanding correct?
Yeah, right. So basically, we help individuals out there to consolidate, understand their existing insurance policies, to give them an automated portfolio overview, identify the gaps. From there, they are able to browse the type of insurance products available from the market, and they can do the whole end-to-end purchase of the insurance product online. Thereafter, if let's say there's any claims, PolicyPal Singapore can also assist them with that.
And how did PolicyPal Network come about?
So PolicyPal Network came about after I started PolicyPal Singapore. Realized that the problem of handling claims is quite a nightmare, because as an insurance broker, what you can help the customer is basically helping them to submit the paperwork to the insurance company, helping them to collect the receipts, the report. So it's still quite manual on the back end. As much as we try to optimize the whole process and also bring it to the digital front for the customer, the whole process needs to be changed. Therefore, we launched PolicyPal Network, where we work with insurance companies to optimize the claims process. So we just announced that we work with FWD, Forward Insurance Company. They started from Hong Kong, and now they have offices all around Asia, from Japan to Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore. The company is started by Richard Lee, the son of Lee Ka-shing. So we're very fortunate that we are now working with them to put their products on our platform to optimize the claims process, and then for customers to be able to keep track of the claims payment. And we'll be introducing automated claims to a certain level. Why I say to a certain level is because for the whole claims automation to work, it requires a lot of stakeholders to come in to give the information such as medical reports, etc. Right? Now we're taking steps, quite baby steps or first few steps to automate the process. In coming week, we make another announcement on another insurance company's partnership where we are able to automate the claims process. So as a customer, you no longer have to fill up the paperwork to receive your claims payment, because we have already connected the whole trigger with the third-party trusted source to receive the information of the claims details, and then connect directly with the customer's bank account so that they can receive the claims payment back to their bank account instead of receiving a check. Because these days, people still receive a check after they submitted claims.
Yeah. Which is absolutely ridiculous. Right.
It's a waste of, it's a pity to cut down the trees for those checks.
Yeah. So congratulations on all the big announcements. I think that's great news. And, you're sort of integrating all of the big industry players, which is a step in the right direction from you. Before we go into the problems that you're solving and the solutions, I'm just curious, what is the distinction between PolicyPal and PolicyPal Network? Was it to separate the sort of your quote unquote traditional business and the new vertical that you're entering?
Yeah, so PolicyPal Singapore is a regulated entity where we hold a Singapore broker license, and we work with close to 20 insurance companies here. And many of them are global to regional companies, where we have already brought the relationship to PolicyPal Network as well. So PolicyPal Network, mainly we have two products. The first one is Crypto Protect Insurance, where we work with blockchain companies to help them to provide the insurance protection for the crypto wallets, crypto exchanges, and also smart contracts. This one is working very closely with our PolicyPal Singapore partners. Right now it's under NDA, we can't disclose, but the blockchain startups partnership have already been released. So like we're partnering Quantum as well as NAM on the Crypto Protect Insurance. And the second product for PolicyPal Network is our peer-to-peer decentralized insurance. Basically, is the announcement that I make for FWD Insurance, where we put their insurance products and we create new insurance products together with our insurance partners to automate the policy inception based on individuals' preference on what type of insurance products they're getting. We put them into this virtual pool so that people are able to buy the policy on a group basis. After a year, if let's say there's no claims being made by that particular individual, they are able to receive cashback from their insurance premiums that they paid. So this way, it actually incentivizes customers or policyholders not to file any fraudulent claims. On top of that, they're able to have some savings on their insurance premiums if, let's say, there's no claims being made. On top of that, we work together with the third-party data source to be able to receive information for us to automate the claims process.
Right, got it. So I'll dig a little bit deeper into both the problems as well as the solutions that you mentioned. But I'm just curious, how difficult was it to get a big insurance company to underwrite or give these insurance policy to these blockchain startups that you've onboarded?
Okay. So that one, I'll just say it took a while because when I first approached our partners, when they heard the word cryptocurrency,
yeah.
And insurance companies are risk managers, right?
Definitely.
So to them, cryptocurrency is just way out of their scope. They're like, no. But I never take no for an answer. I constantly just keep updating them and try to help them understand what are we doing instead of ensuring the value of cryptocurrency going up and down. That's not the case. We are ensuring the software program, which is the crypto wallet provider. We do a tech audit on it. We review in terms of like how much is being stored, what's the security, etc., to be able to provide the insurance coverage on all these new crypto wallets and exchanges, because last time it was so new to them, and anything that is blockchain equals to public information to them. Anything got to do with cryptocurrency, it means it's really volatile, it's really risky, it's out of their scope. It took me some time. I think I started from about Q3 last year to reach out to various of the insurance partners that we have, and then help them understand what we're doing. So we're lucky. We managed to find one. Actually, there's a few more insurers that express interest, and now we're just at the start of this whole wave of insuring crypto wallets, exchanges, smart contracts. It will actually bring a lot of attention to the crypto space. Why? Because now we can finally give a peace of mind to the crypto asset holders that if they store their assets on this wallet, anything happen, there's some form of assurance that if it's being hacked or anything. Because I see that in the banks in Singapore, it's always insured up to 50,000 Singapore dollars in case of anything happen. So there are people who care so much about it and open various bank accounts to split their $50,000 to different banks, right? But these people are the ones that actually care a lot about their asset management. And how can we bring this group of people to the crypto space? How can we give them the same or similar peace of mind where they store it in this crypto wallet or they store it on this crypto exchange is protected in case of any cyber hacks or any network security hack? Can we actually, as in the wallet provider, give the form of assurances, then working together with PolicyPal Network to offer the insurance protection to their users?
No, I love it. I mean, I love that just trying to solve problems for the crypto world. I think that's what's essential at the moment. At least for blockchain projects. I know you're trying to do something else as well. But what is the role of PolicyPal in this particular solution that you're building? So you've got the insurance company, you've got blockchain startups and consumers who hold wallets, etc. Does PolicyPal act like a facilitator to get these insurances, or would you work with the insurance companies to help assess how much the policy should be worth and things like that? What exactly is PolicyPal's role in the middle? I mean, why can't consumers directly go to the insurance company?
Consumers.
Consumers or company could be either.
So this is a B2B product. So basically, the corporates working with the insurance company. So
got it. Right.
Why the corporates go directly to the insurance companies? Basically, in the insurance space, there's always a broker in between to help manage both the product, understand the technical details of like the crypto wallets, understand what's the coverage detail, information, the policy details. So we act as a broker, but we do more than just being a broker. Instead of getting a basic product off the shelf and then give a quotation to the customer, which is the corporates, right? We work together with the insurance company to customize the products for the blockchain companies.
And you recently made some interesting announcements regarding providing insurance to NEM projects and also with QTerm. You briefly mentioned this. Could you talk a little bit more about these announcements and the partnerships that you've struck and
definitely. So with QTerm, which is Quantum, we work together with them on two main areas. So the first one is that if you own any Quantum tokens, you are able to store it on the Quantum wallet, right? At the current moment, it's not insured. So will you feel comfortable keeping it there? Maybe you download and keep your private key and have it secure. But what if you were to store it over there and then every account is insured up to 50,000? How do you feel as like the token holder now? It's different because you know that it's covered in case of anything happen, any system update, any liability, everything is covered. So this is a form of assurance to the community.
Sorry, I'll just jump in there. For QTerm, it's actually not B2B, right? I mean, maybe the negotiations happen at the B2B level, but the actual insurance is with consumers who may have wallets.
Yeah, so the conversation is B2B.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
Quantum will be the one getting the insurance, but the consumers or like the token holders will be the one receiving the benefits.
Got it. Got it. And moving on to NEM, could you talk a little bit about that as well?
So for NEM was two areas as well. So NEM basically we are working out on smart contract coverage on any project that is built on NEM. That's product number one. So basically we need to look into the tech audit of projects built on NEM. The second one is actually offering the peer-to-peer decentralized insurance products on NEM projects. So there's so many projects built on NEM. So for us, we are actually working with them on they are like the front end distributors, so they can plug and play APIs and widgets to be able to distribute like different insurance products on NEM projects. So maybe one example, I think there's a POS system built on NEM. POS, if let's say they are selling any products at the retail stores, if customers want to top up to be able to buy a mobile phone insurance, can they do that? Not now, but in future, working together with PolicyPal, they can do that by plug and play the APIs or the widgets for them, for the customers, which is the consumers, to buy all this insurance on the go.
The second solution that you're building, so we've talked about the solution that you're building for the crypto ecosystem, but the second product that you're building is the peer-to-peer platform for different stakeholders in the insurance ecosystem. Could you talk about how the whole mechanism works? Who are the underwriters? Who are the policyholders? What insurance coverages fall under this particular category?
Yeah, definitely. So we are building the whole like PolicyPal Network ecosystem where we onboard insurance companies, and in future we also onboard decentralized authorized underwriters. That's probably next year. So today we work with Forward Insurance Company. There's also another one that we will announce next week, about next week. So these two insurance companies, we work together with them either to take their existing insurance products like car insurance, or we create new insurance products together with them and onboard onto our insurance platform. So what does it mean by onboarding it? All right. So token holders, our token holders, PAL token holders, can now suggest what type of insurance products they would like to be covered for. So the insurance companies will be the one doing the underwriting, and token holders can help to launch a pool. It's a virtual pool where, today I want to buy a travel insurance because I'm traveling with my bunch of friends, 20 of us going on vacation to maybe Japan for a ski trip. And then I start doing referral to my other friends, and then if 20 people actually come on board to this virtual pool and we purchase a policy from FWD, I as a token holder will be able to receive some rewards because I have done the work of like doing the marketing of the policy and recommending people to buy and suggesting them that, why not just buy from this platform. So the distribution will be done through token holders, technology companies we partner with, and also other blockchain companies like I mentioned, NEM projects. And the claims payout will be done through the third-party data source for claims verification. So we connect it through the Oracle, like if say travel insurance flight delay, we connect to flight stats. If it's a hospital view, we connect together with the hospitals and clinics. That's something we're working on for overseas project, not in Singapore. So for car insurance, we connect with the car workshops to be able to receive the workshop repair reports. So this way we are able to automate the process as compared to the traditional way is that policyholders will be the one settling all these things, and then they get the receipt, the boarding pass, the report from the airline. They hand it over to the insurance agent. Insurance agent consolidate everything and then pass it on to the insurance company. Insurance company pass to the claims department. Claims department assess it, and then they pass it to the another department where they issue the check, and then the check is returned to the insurance agent and then back to the customer. Can you imagine, like, all this are all optimized through our platform? And then as a customer, you no longer have to deal with all the pain of like handling all the paperwork and then chasing up on your claims. And then maybe you might forget about it because sometimes claims might take a couple of weeks to months to be received.
But the overall insurance policy is still the same, right? You're just using a different platform to kind of distribute the same products from the insurance companies that you've onboarded, but you're just you've worked on the incentive mechanisms a little bit to ensure better distribution of the product and better claims management, right? Is that correct?
Yes and no. So yes, you're right that like the current products will be put on our platform, and then we are optimizing the process by incentivizing the various parties in the ecosystem to assist with the process. Why I say no is because we are also creating new products together with the partners, the insurance partners, based on the token holder suggestion. So the token holders could suggest that they all want to be insuring all their Apple laptops, and then there's like thousands of them that want to be insuring their laptops for that year. We are able to form a pool to insure all these laptops, and then the policy will be kickstarted. So basically, we'll be taking the existing products and also creating new ones. Why so? Is because it's still relevant to bring the existing products like car insurance, because car insurance is mandatory in Singapore and many countries. That insurance product can't be reinvented. It can be like pay by miles. Like in the US, it's like insurance products that you pay by miles. But end of the day, people still need car insurance. Like you can't change it to a two-wheel car or whatever. So that one is still a fundamental product. But we are also creating new products such as, maybe I want a laptop insurance, maybe I want an event-based insurance. All of us are going on a ski trip and 100 over of us, but we are very afraid there's no snow when we go to, we fly all the way to Hokkaido, there's no snow. What happens, can I get some form of insurance where if there's no snow, can I do something else in Hokkaido where I can receive some claims because I need to travel out of Hokkaido again to go to another city because there's no snow, no way for me to ski there. So all these new insurance products can be created together with our insurance partners where they do the underwriting. Why we choose to work together with them is because they have the experience to be able to underwrite the products, and then at the same time they are able to back the pool. What I mean by backing the pool is that when individuals get together, they pay either fiat or PAL tokens, they form a pool. There's this reserve pool that is kept aside to pay out any claims. So the insurance companies are the one that helping to back the pool in case the pool dries up. So there's a form of reinsurance there.
Got it.
Yeah. So this is to bring the trust, because the insurance product is intangible. People can't feel it. They don't think that they spend the money, they don't think that it's worth spending until they receive the claims. So a lot of times when you choose to buy a product, it's based on trust, based on the branding, based that, I know that I trust this group of people will not anyhow file the claim. But at the same time, I hope that there's someone to back me in case something really bad happens. Yeah, therefore we came out with this model.
Yeah, it's fascinating because my next question was going to be what happens if there's a tsunami or an earthquake? Because, from what I gathered from your white paper was that there's going to be these pools, and then the payouts are going to come from the pools. So, my thought process was that there's going to be concentrated risk. And what if, like you mentioned, the pool dries up? But it's good to know that that the insurance company will be backing up the claims if the pool dries up. So that's good.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears a little bit and talk about the tech stuff. You mentioned in your white paper that you'll initially be building on top of the Ethereum blockchain and then subsequently develop your own PolicyPal Network blockchain. Is there a specific reason why you're deploying this approach? I mean, why build a whole protocol when you can leverage off existing protocols?
Yeah, so maybe I have to clarify a bit. So like now the team, the technical team is building on Ethereum. So the testnet goes live next month. It's pretty soon.
It is, yes.
Yeah. So in Q3, the product goes live on the mainnet. And based on like our insurance partners that we are onboarding, and also all the blockchain companies and tech companies we are onboarding for distribution, we foresee the volume to be going up. And this Ethereum has network volume based on like how it has performed during the CryptoKitty time. To remember the time where you have to do a transfer, you have to wait for half an hour to a couple of hours because everyone was stuck. Like everyone was like playing with CryptoKitty, and then the network was just stuck. We can't really afford to have that happen in the insurance space because there are certain insurance products that is time sensitive, such as travel insurance, event-based insurance. What if I know that I'm going to this particular event and I want to be insured for tonight? And what if our volume goes up and then eventually there's another CryptoKitty incident happen again, and the customer have already sent in to purchase the policy, and then it is only incepted half an hour to maybe a day later? That's not going to be ideal. Therefore, our team has already discussed that we potentially will fork from Ethereum to have our own blockchain so that it will be a lot more stable, because basically all the transaction volume will be managed from our end. So it's not rebuilding a new protocol, but it's basically taking like the framework and call it the foundation that is already built on the Ethereum mainnet.
Got it. And did you consider, so you mentioned scalability as a problem and the transaction throughput. Did you consider other blockchains which do solve the scalability issues to build your product on top of those?
Yeah, recently there's quite a few blockchains that are really promising. Maybe to name one, like Zilliqa. We know them, the team really well. I think they are a really solid team. We all looking forward to how you perform when the main when the mainnet goes live, and also how it can actually help in terms of the transaction speed and scalability for financial products. There are various other projects, just probably one latest one called Credits. They are still at really early stage. So we are still open to choices where we can maybe build on their blockchain to scale up the whole financial service like transaction. But our plan now is still be on Ethereum first, and then potentially we fork from there, because it's still a bit more stable, because there are so many case studies that is done on built on Ethereum, right? So it's a lot more stable, and we roughly know like what's going to happen.
It's been battle tested more. It's been out in the ecosystem for a longer time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. So after you do a private fork of the Ethereum blockchain, you would still kind of be leveraging the Ethereum blockchain, right? But you'll be incorporating some other features like privacy, which you mentioned in your white paper, as well as leveraging some of the scalability solutions that the Ethereum team is working on, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Got it. But you don't, I mean, your objective is not to build a whole protocol, right? Because, I mean, again, I was a little bit confused because you do mention that you're going to have your own proof of stake consensus mechanism, and you're going to have your own stakers. So I was not.
We're exploring that. So potentially we might introduce it. But now, because it's still at early stage, we would like to roll out the product live. So the technical part is really important, but at the same time, like we want to bring the technology to real life, where we work together with real life customers, like partners, insurance partners, distributing the real products first. Then we see the feedback from there, and forking out to have our own blockchain is in the roadmap. Potentially exploring proof of stake is also mentioned, but that's still at like early stage discussion. We will definitely update the community and also get more feedback when the testnet and mainnet goes out.
So you had a successful ICO earlier in the year in Q1, and I guess now the tough part begins for you. You mentioned one of the main big updates that is coming up next month, which is the launch of your testnet, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Are there any other big items in your agenda or roadmap over the next 6 to 12 months or so?
Oh, 6 to 12 months.
I mean, I know it's a very long time in the crypto space, but
yeah, it's a long time in crypto space. So maybe instead of 6 to 12 months, I can share about like the upcoming like exciting news will be the launch with the second insurance partner, improving our traction in terms of getting like insurance companies to work together with us on the blockchain platform, as well as launching together with the blockchain companies on the crypto protect insurance. And I hope that in a couple months down the road, we are able to review the particular insurance company that is doing the underwriting for crypto protect. Because now it's under NDA, we can't review, but this insurance company is relatively big in the insurance space. We hope that we can share the details and spread the word, get more blockchain companies and also crypto wallet providers, exchanges, smart contract providers to be able to get insurance protection and bring more individuals and consumers a peace of mind, so that more people can understand more about blockchain as well as like cryptocurrency, so that's basically driving the whole education and awareness of the space. On top of that, after our mainnet goes live, the community can look out for the second market launch. So that's something exciting, because Singapore side we have a broking business, we have traction, but we are very excited to work together with insurance companies around the region as well. So that's something that the community can look out for. On top of that, the blockchain product and the blockchain that we are launching will definitely keep the community updated, because now it's still a little bit too early to say.
Yeah. You mentioned community 3-4 times. How important is community? I mean, we keep hearing founders talk about community again and again. But in your opinion, how important do you think community is in this space?
I think probably, for the last 5 minutes, I mentioned community maybe more than 5 times.
Yeah, exactly why I asked.
You can see how important we treat the community, as well as how the interaction has been. So our team has always been working really closely with the community. Oh, the word again. So basically from pre-ICO period, when they ask for a certain amount allocation, we reserve it for the early supporters, all the way to today, from unlock to product development to listing, etc. We have been working quite closely with the community, and we appreciate all the support from them, because we have people who actually help to support us by giving out free pals if other people would support us. That's really touching, because we can see people understand the problem we are solving, and they know that what the potential if PolicyPal Network were to insure all the blockchain companies on the coin market cap. That's a big opportunity for our crypto product number one. And others who are in the insurance space and also they understand blockchain, they know the big opportunity for peer-to-peer decentralized insurance. Basically, we are changing how the insurance processes work, and the insurance market itself is $4.4 trillion every single year. The market opportunity is huge. There's so much opportunity for us to change the industry, or call it changing industry, or innovating the current system. So we really worked very closely with the community. The word again. So I think that other than working closely with them online, we spend time to organize hackathon as well. So this coming weekend, we will be in Ho Chi Minh City hosting a hackathon, engage with the developers and the community for them to build products, hack, meet the team, and also get some feedback from them on the upcoming testnet.
Very exciting. Before we wrap up, is there anything else that you would like to mention that we may not have talked about?
I think that I would like to share that the team has been working really hard to push out the testnet next month. We really hope that the supporters and also the community will stay with us to give us feedback on the launch of the testnet, as well as we will start implementing the token holder suggestion on new type of insurance products. This will give them the opportunity to engage with the team. And then we'll be working and building the whole PolicyPal network together. And that's the vision that we're working on. I hope that we get more supporters to come in and create new products by the consumers, for the consumers, and changing it how traditional insurance companies do, because traditional insurance companies create a product for the consumers. Yeah.
Amazing. And so what's the best platform to follow PolicyPal's developments?
Yeah, the best platform will be our Telegram, Twitter, and also Medium blog posts.
Right. So we'll include the links to all of these different platforms in the show notes.
And also anyone who are interested to hear more news from me directly can also follow my Twitter.
Sure.
It's Val Yap Pal.
Got it. Yeah, I think I think we can end on that note. Yeah. If that's a good opportunity, unless you have something else to say.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Val, for taking the time out to come speak with us. It was an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Tushar. It has been amazing. It's super fun for the chat.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Telegram, and subscribe to our newsletter on decrypt.asia. This is your host, Tushar. Thank you for listening.